What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back here with my half point PPR rankings for my week 15 running backs. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button on the video, really helps me out. If you have any questions, any start sits, or any fantasy football questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Getting ready for our championship push here, officially in the playoffs for just about everybody. If you're not in the playoffs, I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, let's hop in these rankings. At one, I've got Jonathan Taylor. A little nervous about this because he does play in New England, and Bill Belichick likes to take away that number one options for teams for the Indianapolis Colts. That's obviously Jonathan Taylor in that run game. I do think there'll be a focus on him, but you just have to play Jonathan Taylor, and the streak and dominance that he's been on, he still has a good chance of punching in a touchdown, I feel like. So I do sell him as my number one running back. I did think about putting Dalvin Cook at one, but I have him at two against Chicago in a great matchup. He's a great player. Three, Austin Eckler, another great player against Kansas City. If he plays, keep an eye on him, but he's a smash play against Kansas City, just so involved in the running and the passing game for them. Four, Nick Chubb against Vegas. Great matchup for Chubb. Hunt's likely done. We're not going to play this week, so Chubb should get the lion's share of the work and should be dominant this week. Five, Najee Harris, just a volume king, even though Tennessee's a tough matchup. I still have him as a top five play. They lean on him in every game. Six, Joe Mixon against Denver, getting a ton of volume. Another not as great matchup, but going to lean on the volume. Seven, Alvin Kumar against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is great against running backs, but Kamara can affect the game in the passing game as well, and has been getting a lot of volume with Taysom Hill. It'll be interesting to see how that game goes, honestly, from the Saints side on offense. Eight, Leonard Fournette against New Orleans. Fournette's been awesome, even though New Orleans is number one against the running game. I think he has the most receptions of any running back in football right now. So you're starting Leonard Fournette. Nine, Elijah Mitchell against Atlanta. Great matchup for him. Should be back off that injury, and if he is, he's a smash play this week. 10, Cordell Patterson against San Francisco. Affects the game in so many different ways. Great play. Kind of the Austin Eckler light, or poor man's Austin Eckler. 11, Daryl Henderson Jr. If he plays, I'm putting him right back up here. 11 against Seattle. Great matchup for him. Great touchdown upside being the running back for the Los Angeles Rams offense. 12, James Conner against Detroit. He's just been too good to think that the return of Chase Edmonds is going to make him negligible, or I think it'll put a slight damper in his sales, but I still think he's going to be very good for fantasy. 13, David Montgomery against Minnesota. Great matchup for him. Against Minnesota, and he's getting a bunch of volume. Had a great game against Arizona. This is a much better matchup for him. 14, Josh Jacobs against Cleveland. Jacobs has been catching the ball a lot more as of late, so have faith in him, even if the Raiders can't pull this win out. 15, Ezekiel Elliott against the Giants. Just want to see him get a full workload, and with that ankle and knee injury, we haven't really seen that recently. Matchup's good against the Giants, though. 16, Myles Gaskin against the Jets. Speaking of good matchups, the Jets are about as good as it gets, and Gaskin draws them. Assuming he can suit up, he's a great play. Aaron Jones against Baltimore. Jones only had 5 carries last week, although he was able to score 20 fantasy points in half-point leagues. You're still playing him, but it is a concern with how much volume that A.J. Dillon has been getting, and the way that games have been going, especially Lamar doesn't play, they might not need to, continue to boat race him. It could be a very A.J. Dillon heavy second half. But I still think Aaron Jones is going to get more of a 50-50 split moving forward in the future. James Robinson against Houston. He's all the way down here, even in a great matchup, just because there's a lot of great options this week. And I just want to see him, be involved in the game, and really, ever since that fumbling incident and the way this team's been run, just nothing's guaranteed. 19, Antonio Gibson against Philly. He's a great matchup in this one, too. This should be a competitive game, especially if Heineke can play. Although I think I saw something about him getting COVID or something today. And he already had that injury, but keep an eye on that situation. 20, Clyde Edwards-Helaire against the Chargers. He's been getting 2 touchdowns last week, both from the 5 and the 6. I wonder if inside the 5 he'd still be the goal line back or not. But Mahomes has been targeting the running back position more, and Edwards-Helaire has been pretty solid and getting a good amount of utilization as well. Saquon Barkley against Dallas. just gets a lot of volume, even though it's not a great matchup or a great offense. He is a talented player, even though he's not in a good situation. 22, Melvin Gordon against Cincinnati. Gordon just got that nose for the end zone, and this is a good matchup for him. 23, Devonta Freeman against Green Bay. Could get a heavy workload, especially if Lamar is out, although the offense will take a step back. 24, Michael Carter against Miami, assuming he returns from IR, although it sounds like he's going to. And if he plays, you're playing him. He's a great RB2. If you guys have made it to this point in the video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. This has been Fantasy Joe. Thank you guys for watching.